Hello, my name is Anastasia. I studied public policy here in University at Erfurt, University of Erfurt in Willy Brandt School of Public Policy. I'm here in TAF, Thüringen Agency for Skilled Personnel, since 2 years already. And one of my working areas is work with international students. So basically all questions about study, living and working here in Thuringia, that's my field of work.
And I am Ruben. I study law back in Venezuela, and here I studied with Nasia. I also work with her at the TAF, and we give advice to students when they finish their studies to how the process goes into looking for a job. We check their CVs, we give them tips how to search for jobs and how to also navigate in the job interviews. And we have other platforms, or we have created other platforms to bring companies and Fachkräfte, so talent, together in order that these people stay in Thüringen.
So first of all, because of study, I was searching extra for this specific field of study, public policy. That was my aim. And Erfurt University or Willy Brandt School is one of the 3 universities in general in Germany who offers this field of study. So this was the first reason. And yeah, I liked it. I liked Erfurt. Because it's quite small and cozy city. But the field of the study, the focus of the study was the main reason.
Well, yes, I came basically for the same reason. And also I wanted to study in a small city because I came with my family, my wife and my daughter. And I searched also a small city because I knew that it was cheaper than study in Berlin or Hamburg or all the big universities. And I know that it's also extremely difficult to find accommodation in such places. So it was a mixture between the program and also that Erfurt offered me a cozy place and cheap place to study. Okay, so we are a department or a part of the development agency of the state of Thüringen. And what we do is we trying to gain qualified personnel. In whole Europe, there's a demographic problem. And our aim is that these people who are highly qualified stayed in our state, stayed in Thüringen.
So basically our target groups are everyone who wants to live and work in Thuringia. And of course students are one of them because it's a young and dynamic group. And of course a lot of innovative, creative ideas comes from students, especially international students as well. Since our topic is jobs, finding jobs, work in Thuringia, we mostly receive such requests like how and where can I find internship, how to get the job in Germany, what is the standard German CV or application portfolio in general, do we need this application portfolio? One of the big part of work is resident questions about residency, about legal status here. Yeah, this is the main question we get. Yeah, and we also say in Thuringia we have a lot of so-called hidden champions. So there are quite small or medium and large enterprises as well who are exporting, for instance, for the entire world, or they are producing very well-known products, but their names are not so known, like Bauer Feind, for instance, who is sponsoring a lot of Olympic Games or all kind of sports, international sports as well, in producing this equipment for sport, like a healthy sport or something like this, supportive equipment. And they are also located in Thuringia, but are not so well known. They always also search for international candidates, applicants. We have automotive industry, and not everybody knows that in Thuringia we produce the motors, engines for Lufthansa and also for Rolls-Royce, for instance, N3 in N3 in Arnstadt, located in Arnstadt. They work internationally and have a lot of international employees as well. We have also biomedical cluster, really huge cluster, pharmaceutical industry, optic, a lot of sustainable energies companies, green technologies, nanotechnologies. It's all also innovative companies or startups. They also come from Thuringia. It's quite huge market. So it means they all also welcome international students or good professionals, and they are also quite modern, so they speak in different languages as well.
You have different hubs, so each city has their own hubs. Clusters of companies or hubs of industries. For example, Jena is an optical hub that is known all around Germany, for example. It also have a very big tech industry, Jena. Ilmenau also is very important in engineering things. Erfurt as a capital has a lot of bureaucratic job offers. And you have in Weimar is the artistic hub of the state. So there are small cities in Thuringen. Even the capital city of Thuringen is quite small in standards, like in Asian or Latin American standards. It's quite small, but you have everything in these small cities. Also, it's a very green state. So those people who like to be outside, so in summer and also in winter, it's really nice because in winter you can go to ski resorts. And well, it's a very historical place because you have Weimar, for example, and you have the history of the Weimar Republic, and you have good history there, and also with Bauhaus, and of course you have also the bad part of the German history. So everything is concentrated in a small state and it's in the middle of Germany. So you have a really good connections with other cities.
About Thuringia, you can say klein, aber fein. It means small but nice. And it is like this.